Having just finished my reading of the novel, I wanted to comment briefly on some of the controversy over the publication of Anna Karenina, which I alluded to earlier in one of my videos. Essentially, the publisher of the journal that Anna Karenina appeared in, at least the first seven parts of Anna Karenina appeared in, whose name was Katkov, Mikhail Katkov, um, was a political conservative and a nationalist. And the thing that he objected to in this eighth part was Tolstoy's ambivalence towards and criticism of the Russian involvement in the Serbian-Turkish War, which also became a Russian-Turkish war. Um, and this was happening simultaneous with the publication of Anna Karenina, so it was uh, a contemporary event. And you can see in the way that Levin in particular argues with Kuznetsov, Sergei Ivanovich, his half brother, that um, Tolstoy was unsure of whether this was a good thing to do. Tolstoy's pacifism, which wasn't fully developed at this point, but already was latent in some of the things that he had written, um, kind of peeks through here. He talks about whether it's possible um, for a people to righteously go to war with another people. Um, he talks about fighting for what's right, but that murder can never be right. Um, and so you see some of his skepticism about this. It's partly skepticism about the role of violence, but it's also skepticism about how nations and states can decide to act at all and whether peoples can act rationally um, when they're acting collectively like this. Um, and some of what Levin is talking about in the final part suggests that you have to withdraw into an individual moral life. So there's a lot going on here. I just wanted to make clear that this is why the eighth part ends up getting published separately. Katkov, at another point, claimed that the reason that he didn't want to publish the eighth part was that the seventh part was the correct ending and that the eighth part didn't seem to connect properly. Um, I'll talk about that a little bit in another video, but he claimed that there were all these motifs that were introduced as if extraneous at the end of a musical piece. I'm not sure that that's actually what's motivating it. I think that's a justification that Katkov provides after the fact. He was mostly bothered by the politics of this section.